Will got my ass up early as hell today. Look, let me tell you something, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we record the podcast. I'll be honest with y'all today. We record this thing on Monday and Tuesday, and we usually record it anywhere between 8 a.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Pacific. Not today. Not today. You're going to hear this the day it comes out. We are recording it right now. Currently, it is 6 a.m. Pacific time. Will got my ass up early. Will, I'm not pleased with how this day is starting. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Well, you look good, man. You shaved. You like a glazed donut right now.
I had an audition. I was trying to prove how young I could look. You know what I'm saying?
I see. Okay, they ain't got you no typecast out here, son. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I know. I was trying to go for 17. So we're gonna see.
That's the key. You just take all the facial hair off.
Call me butt naked face Jenkins right now. That's kind of a shot at Jeezy on accident. My bad, Jeezy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But the Jenkins out here. Will, let's start here, man, because I saw you in San Francisco at the Curry Cup. Then I blinked, saw you at the Tour Championship, and then I blinked again, and you was back in San Francisco at the Workday event. How many miles do you have on you this week? Like for real. Like you got miles on you, cuz.
I got miles, dog. I was out of the same suitcase. It's just a lot, bro. I'm washing clothes in sinks. People don't understand. This is all first world problems. We all got shoes on our feet, and we got clothes on our back.
Let me tell you something. I did not wake up this morning and think I would hear a Rodney King quote. I'll be honest with you. Can't we all?
My country, tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, let freedom ring.
All right. Well, hey. Hey, we're gonna get into some things, man. I got a story though, Will. I gotta talk through because this is interesting. A lot of people don't know this. You know, it was on the broadcast for the BMW Championship. My car is in the shop, right? My car is I don't have AC right now in Arizona. It was 115.
Ooh.
I'm out here stunting in a loaner from BMW. It's all good. Put the truth out there for people to understand. So I'm in there taking my car to the dealership, right? And there's this girl. Young lady, and she's got this look on her face, and she's dealing with another customer service agent that I was. Okay. And you know how you be listening to people talk, but you're not listening, but you can hear. So I'm in a little waiting area, and this young lady, she's wilding, going off. I'm talking about she had I call it the Scottsdale. She had the lip fillers and the Botox and the whole situation. She looked like she was good, and put like this, she looked like she had 200,000 followers. That's how she looked. Like, put like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could just look at somebody and be like, you got followers, young lady. Here's the interesting piece. It all started at Topgolf, and I've been working on this research, and it's coming. But so it's coming slowly because of police litigation. Not police litigation, but got to go through some police stuff. Get this. Young lady steals her dude from a previous, girl. She stole somebody's boyfriend, right? Mm-hmm. She goes to Topgolf. The previous woman of this man felt some type of way about being left. So she pulls up to Topgolf. Now it's a whole situation, right? So now they arguing. There's an altercation at Topgolf in Scottsdale. I wish I had video in a story. I can't make this up. So the girl who I saw, I'm going to call her 200K. So 200K is the victim in this matter. The lady, she's in BMW wilding out, crying tears. Why? Because her boyfriend's ex beat the hell out of her car with a baseball bat in the parking lot at Topgolf. I can't make this up, man. Like, this girl looks so distraught. 200K I'd be in my feelings too if you beat my car up with a baseball bat. But can you believe that Topgolf was the location of such a heinous act, Will? Topgolf bringing beef. Hey, make golf your beef. That's what happened.
Man,
they brought the beef into.
Forget that. There needs to be an episode 2 of Real Wives of Topgolf. I really.
You said it.
Thought hey,
write it.
Heather. That's mine. That's mine.
Write it.
Topgolf, that's mine. That's mine. Real Wives of Topgolf in Arizona edition. That's it.
I'm telling you, bro.
I would have paid to see that because
the car was beaten. No, the car was beat. Had the rear view mirror was hanging off, throwing gang signs. It was terrible, man. It was just.
I was on a string.
I was on the string. What I thought was the funniest is the girl tried to break 200K's window with the bat, but didn't have the strength to break the glass. So she just did it. I don't ask. I saw the car. The car was. I should have took a picture. Damn.
How weak is this lady?
I don't know. Well, weak-minded, very weak-minded. Because think about it. She went into a public place with cameras and beat the hell out of this woman's car. Like, that's not the best move. You know what? I gotta do more research.
She didn't use any Top Golf clubs, did she?
No, it was a baseball bat. It was premeditated. Okay, she brought the bat on some Carrie Underwood. Like, I'm bringing the bat with me.
All right, I thought it was a club because I know some of them Top Golf clubs got.
But you won't.
They're not. Hold on. They're not. They're regular flex. So I know. They ain't going through no.
You got to get the premium set at Top Golf. You know good and damn well we always bring out the.
Oh no, there's a premium set.
You don't know about the premium set at Top Golf?
Nah, because I'm just always slowing that swing speed. That's the only time my swing speed feel like it's fast on Top Golf.
Okay, let's go. If you want to go here, let's go here. We talk about Top Golf.
If there's gonna be another episode, hell yeah, that's the one I want to go to.
I'm not being paid to talk about Top Golf, but here's a secret: life hacks, right? Secret Top Golf hacks. If you go to Top Golf, number one, I got issues with my hands. I don't like to touch stuff that everybody be touching. Yeah. I don't like it. Like
you can feel it. You can feel the gook, can't you?
It's like gook and slippery. Like the grip. I'm talking about the clubs that be in the little tubes that you just pull out.
What's worse, Doug? What's worse? Bowling balls or Top Golf clubs?
Now give me the bowling ball.
I'm talking about as far as germs.
No, the Top Golf clubs are the germiest things in the history of germs. Like no.
Yeah.
They're disgusting. They're just absolutely. It's an abomination. Yeah. So what the hack is, and it's a $15 hack, so it's not really a hack. You tell the little entertainment engagement person, Top Golf, whatever they call it, you say, "Hey, look, I need this premium set," and they gonna go down there and get you a set of Callaway's, some damn X20 Hots type shit, and they bring them up in a golf bag, in a premium bag. Yeah. That's what I do every time. You send me the Top Golf, give me the premium set. Because A, nobody knows about them. And B, the grips are still intact. Because don't nobody have a glove when you go to Top Golf. Like, because
nobody.
Like,
is it lame? Is it lame that you bring your own clubs to Top Golf?
I think it's hold on.
If you come up with a full set of clubs, golf shoes on.
Golf shoes at Top Golf is pointless. Like you're on mats. Like you should just pull up.
And I say that because I look down upon if you bring your own golf clubs to Top Golf. I think that's the most wackest thing you can do. But I don't look down upon if you bring your own bowling ball to the bowling alley.
Well, a bowling alley is more real as it relates to Top Golf. Look, Top Golf ball is only going to fly so far. So you got limited flight golf balls that are chipped and they don't even feel like real golf balls. Let's be honest. So bowling balls, regardless, is more authentic holistically. So no, I think Top Golf, don't bring your clubs to Top Golf. It's embarrassing. It's weird. Yeah. Unless you're a 40 handicap and you got some new clubs and you just want to swing in some new shoes and
or you're taking a lesson from one of the instructors, because Top Golf also provides instructional advice and have people that have great awareness of the game of golf that can teach you how to get more involved in the game. Shout out to Top Golf, shout out to Connor Smith, Jeff Cottrell, all those guys.
Y'all see how Will plugged them real quick? You know what? I'm about to roast.
I'm plugging everybody. I'm plugging everybody.
I'm gonna leave Top Golf out today. I was about to come in hot, but
I'm plugging everybody today.
Go ahead. Let it out. Who else?
I'm plugging in, doing favors and apologies.
Well, go ahead and you ain't or give Workday their time for their event. Go ahead.
Workday. Shout out to Neil Burshry, who is the CEO of Workday. Put on an awesome event. Obviously, they work hand in hand with ELP, which is Aisha and Steph's organization that really helps kids in community. CEO of ELP is Chris Helfrich.
You throwing alphabet soup. It's Eat, Learn, Play.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I was gonna get. Can I hold on? Hold on. You can't mess up my intro. I know what ELP, and I'm about to say eat, learn, play. I got you. Jeez. Anyway, eat, learn, play, aka ELP. They do wonders in the community between Anil, Workday, Aisha, Steph, Chris Helfrich. They are doing so many things in the Oakland community specifically, and they had an event out there at the Stanford course. Hey, real quick, that Stanford driving range, they should win every championship in the world, like every NCAA champion thing that it can provide. That is one of the most amazing facilities, and to think if I was a player that had that, whew. But yeah, so they had the who's who to show up. They had a lot of athletes and friends and families to show up, and it was an awesome event. So shout out to Workday. Yeah. And so Doug, as we move on, I know are we gonna talk about Viktor first, or we talk about the Ryder Cup? Because I'm really upset in this Ryder Cup picks a little bit.
All right, let's go Viktor first. Let's get Viktor out. We'll come in hot for Viktor Hovland, and then we get to Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Because look, you look at how this PGA Tour season concluded, and I just want to say, I know they went and had it clean, but we had the Ryder Cup first. I just want to put that out there. We was chilling with it. We had it at breakfast. Now Viktor's holding it. Well, Viktor Hovland.
Hold on, Doug. We never had a Ryder Cup. We had a FedEx Cup first.
Wow, did I say that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you record a podcast.
That's what you get for the ELP and the Eat, Learn, Play.
Hey, let me know. That's what you get when you try to record a podcast because somebody don't know when they traveling, and you try to get up early in the morning to try to knock out the audio to put out what you're supposed to put out. So, Ryder Cup, FedEx Cup, it's all together right now. We're gonna call it the FedEx Ryder. Hell, I don't know. Anyway, Viktor Hovland with the FedEx Cup, and right, the FedEx Cup was with us earlier this year. Had our fingerprints all up on that thing. But here's Viktor Hovland beat the shit out of everybody. Like let's just stop there. He and Xander Schauffele shot 19 under par on their own ball, minus the scoring system, minus however you want to look at it. They went out there and just had a two-man tournament. I'm disappointed in Scotty Scheffler. My man went in there with a two-shot lead, got his ass kicked. Yeah. And I'm not trying to talk smack about Scotty Scheffler, but Scotty Scheffler started the week at minus 10, finished the week at minus 11. Absolutely got boat raced by Hovland and Schauffele. And look at this. Look at this breakdown, Will. 18 million. I think Viktor made like $33 million this year, man, and did the majority of the damage in the last 2 weeks. Like, I don't know. I'm impressed by how Viktor was able to overcome the chip and yips. I mean, there's video of him shanking the ball throughout the season in his career. Yeah. Couldn't get up and down.
Not known for having a good short game.
You know, it's funny. It's a different broadcast I've been on this year. I've been. He's been 20, 30 yards short earlier in the season. It's like, well, Viktor Hovland, fairway, perfect lie, no chance here. Fairway, green side, no chance. Like,
there's times I was on the broadcast and I was like, "Oh, that motion just don't look right. It just doesn't look right." You can tell there was no confidence in any of these chipping motions.
Like, I tell you what, but when he found the confidence. Hey, he started busting ass. And you know what? Shout out to Viktor Hovland winning the FedEx Cup, winning the Tour Championship, having a season. And now the question really is who's gonna be Player of the Year? We always thought Rahm 4 wins was gonna be a lock, and he may still be because he's won the most, etc. But when you look at the body of work, I think Viktor Hovland's my vote for Player of the Year would be Viktor Hovland over Jon Rahm, and I'll tell you. Did Rahm get a major? Yes. Right? I don't think a major makes you Player of the Year. Like, that's like saying Wyndham Clark deserves Player of the Year. He won twice with a major. Does he? I don't know. He's worth a conversation.
Hey, that was a good point you just said. He won twice with a major?
Yeah, it's worth a conversation. But I think that this year, when you look at the year and weigh each tournament individually from basically, I call it basically from Farmers on, right? Or Sony on. I don't think anyone played better golf over the year with overcoming some hurdles than Viktor Hovland. That's why Viktor Hovland has my vote for PGA Tour Player of the Year. Just saying.
Yeah, I think it's about consistency. and every time you look at the leaderboard, you see him on that first page. If not on the first page, just past the first page, which is called the second page. And hey dog, it's so early in the morning. I'm slap silly right now.
First of all, you on the East Coast. It's 9:30. Shut up.
Well, I'm still on West Coast time, fool.
Oh, it's fair. Okay, I get that.
I'm still West Coast time.
That's well played. And then you look at the back half here, as we see the back half of the Tour Championship leaderboard. There's Richard Fowler. He made 710. I'll take 710. Last place, Emiliano Grillo. Give him $500,000 and change.
How good was to see Jason Day back?
It was great. No, it was great. I'm looking at this page and seeing John Rahm middle of the pack, just on the other side of the middle of the pack is very interesting. If you look at Rahm's season, it was highlighted with the Masters win, but as the season progressed, it was just the ultimate fizzle. He was like a firework that has that wick that kind of burns slow and then fizzles out and don't send off the firework. That's kind of how John Rahm's season was from my seat. I'm just saying, yes, he got 4 wins, but you look at his last win. Correct me if I'm wrong, producer, but his last win was Augusta.
Yeah.
His last win was in the Masters. His last win was in April. It's August. I'm just saying. Put it out there. Yeah. Anyway, Will, now for the topic that you have been just chomping at the bit for. And now we're going to switch from the FedEx Cup to the Ryder Cup. All right, I did that. Finally got that right.
Get it.
For the day.
Because I went from the Curry Cup to FedEx Cup, and now we're talking Ryder Cup.
That's a lot of... Look, I got a teacup.
No? Okay. I got a cup wrist in my swing I'm trying to fix.
I got an MRI at 10:30. How about that? Anyway.
And I'm about to go watch at 10:30 10 Cup. So you can't... These play on words. I'm
take Henny with you. Take Henny with you so she can watch this.
Oh, Henny and I, we had a good time in Atlanta during the Tour Championship. Henny funny. Henny and I, we was in the back of Uber, right? And we had this lady. She said, this young lady, she was cool, but she kind of was letting her business out a little too much. But me and Henny,
she ain't gonna see y'all again. So
yeah, we just soaked up. So she was like, yeah, man. I had a problem with my twin flame. I met my twin flame, my soulmate. And me and Henny was like, oh, this about to be a good Uber ride. And me, I'm a writer. I like writing movies and stuff, screenplay. I'm like, oh, this is probably good. I had my notepad and like, what's a twin flame? Didn't know anything about it. And basically, I think the chick was just delusional. I think the guy said hello and bye. She just thought it was a twin flame. It was the funniest thing ever.
That's the ultimate letdown. It was the ultimate letdown. Kind of how we just teased the Ryder Cup and then started talking about you and Henny.
Sorry. All right, let's go.
Anyway,
let's go back.
Let's flash it back up. All right, first 6 automatic locks. Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, Brian Harmon, Cantlay, Homa, Schauffele. Then it gets interesting.
Very.
Zach Johnson chose to go with Brooks Koepka, a.k.a. Brooks Cupcake.
George Spieth.
Colin Morikawa. Samuel Burns, Richard Fowler, and Justin Thomas. Will, what sticks out there?
I'm not a fan of JT being on there. I think Keegan Bradley should be on there. You don't agree with Keegan Bradley?
I'm not. I'm just reading and listening. I don't have a comment yet. I'm still formulating.
I think Keegan one is like one of the most amazing stories coming back from. I'm not saying he was in the dumps, but Keegan wasn't really spoken about in golf tournaments. In previous years.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
In the last couple of years, he finished second at Farmers. Obviously won Travelers. I think top 10 finish at API. I really think this guy is ready to get back to the elite part of golf.
Won the Zozo. Don't forget that.
In the Zozo Championship, absolutely. So I think Keegan Bradley should be there. Justin Thomas, I don't. If you didn't qualify, you didn't qualify. You finished 71st in the FedEx Cup points race. Like you didn't qualify. It's like
I feel you.
Who can get picked and still like trash in the playoffs? I mean, trash in the season. Like you don't know. Like Michael Redd. Like you remember Michael Redd?
That's my homie, man. We played a lot of golf today.
Oh, guys, I can't talk shit about it. But Michael Redd was on losing teams in Milwaukee, but he played an Olympic team, which me up completely. So it's like this guy had no offense, JT.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna call Red as soon as we get done with this. I'm gonna try to get him in here next week. That's my guy, man.
So
that's funny.
I gotta take my statement back. But
we're gonna say that's face to face.
But what I'm saying though, like he had a losing season. He up on Olympics. I didn't know who he was until he got to the Olympics. No, just kidding. I didn't know Michael.
He had the highest contract in NBA history. Like at one point,
he did.
He was the highest paid NBA player ever.
I know in 07 to 08 when they had a losing season. That's my point. And he still played on Olympic team. But think about it, in Michael Redd's defense, he didn't get picked because I think you still got to try out for the Olympics. I think that's why I think this picking thing is such garbage. Because I just don't think JT should have been picked.
Well, let's talk about it. All right, so
I don't think so.
I don't disagree with you, but one thing that I always had to keep remembering that the Ryder Cup is a 2-year qualification process. So it's accumulation of the points over 2 seasons between the Ryder Cups. You know what I'm saying? So since Whistling Straits, these are the folks that have earned their right on the team. It didn't come down to this year or the last 3 months. So I think we need to first look at it like that. Now, that's the diplomatic way to look at this shit. I'll just be honest with you. Number one, I had to jump into this a little bit, right? Because I'm looking at JT, and I was like, you know what? JT wasn't top 70. He didn't make it to the playoffs. But he's still ranked 13th in the world. Like, Kobe, correct me if I'm wrong. He's 13th or 14th in the world, depending on how the numbers change, because it's Wednesday now. This is a couple weeks ago. But still, he's still top 15 in the world. We'll say that. All right?
So where's Keegan Bradley? Keegan Bradley's
like
he's top 20 in the world.
Okay. All right. That's fine. But but if you look at Justin's body of work, the guy only missed 6 cuts. He played 20 events, 14 cuts made this year. Oh, and after the season is over, we got the update. Now JT's 26th in the official World Golf ranking.
And where's Bradley? Where's Bradley, Kobe?
Kobe is our producer. Shout out to our producer. Come get you some. Yeah. He's over here working the 1s and 2s. But bigger than that, bigger than JT. Well, by JT being on the team, this is where I'm pissed.
18 in the world.
If there's anybody that should be pissed, I'm talking about flame throwing, it's Cameron Young. My man finished 9th overall. Would have been his first Ryder Cup. He's been an absolute star. Last year was freaking rookie of the year. This year he hasn't broke through yet. Okay, he doesn't have a win on his side. But I don't know anybody on this team that has more top or runner-up finishes than Cameron Young. Guy can go out and absolute stripe it. Be a fantastic alternate shot partner. Now, putting is where Cameron Young kind of struggles. It's okay. But he hits it so damn far, let somebody else hit it in there tight in the alternate shot format. I think of all the people that are on this team, Cameron Young was snubbed. And one thing that we're not even talking about, which I find very interesting. I was watching the Golf Channel.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching everything yesterday when the announcements got brought up. No one's really surprised that Brooks Koepka is on this team. And nobody's really like bringing up this like a live kind of situation.
Well, you know why?
You better shut the hell up. I know that.
No, I'm saying you know why nobody's talking about Brooks.
There's a myriad of reasons why, but I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, one is because JT being picked is what's offsetting the Brooks conversation.
That's fair.
I'm serious. I mean, Thomas being picked is offsetting the Brooks conversation. I'm telling you, because everybody's still up in arms. Like, how is JT being picked?
I also feel like the Saudis is back there like this. Go ahead and say something stupid about Brooks. Go ahead and talk shit about Brooks Koepka. And that's our guy. We bought him. Like, go ahead and talk smack.
Not bought him, Doug. God dang, son. Bought him.
We invested in him. It's fine.
Hey, but I would say this though. I would say this. I think having Brooks on the team is probably. I mean, I believe he can kind of be that pillar for Ryder Cup golf in the U.S. Similar to they're not even on the team this year when it comes to the European Tour. Similar to Sergio, Ian
Well,
Poulter.
well, not yet. I mean, they won't be on the team. Let's just be honest.
I mean,
But
they won't. I mean, for the context, Sergio Garcia, Ian Poulter, and Lee Westwood all resigned from DP World Tour, so therefore they're not eligible to play in the Ryder Cup. But it's going to be a sad Ryder Cup to know that neither of the three will be there. So that's sad.
yeah, we still got a few days to wait though, because Luke Donald's not going to announce his team until Monday.
Facts.
Next Monday. And you know what? Am I going to miss the Ian Poulter, like,
Yes.
the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes. Yes. Am I
don't
gonna miss the pizzazz of the spirit of Sevi that is always engulfed in Sergio during the Ryder Cup? That's the only time I see. Sevi was older than me, so I never got a chance to watch Sevi play. I feel Sevi vibes in Sergio during Ryder Cup. I feel that's the Spaniards. I'd be feeling Sevi, Jose Murilo Fable, all in
That's all you got.
in Sergio during Ryder Cup.
Okay. All right. And hopefully it's passed down to Jonathan Rahm. We'll see how Rahm does. But I think there's one other story on this team that that I find interesting. Before I say that, I do want to go back to a Golf Digest post. And Kobe, I didn't give you a chance to pull this up, but earlier in the year, Fred Couples posted on Golf Digest that Cam Young will be on this team. He actually said it out loud and is quoted like, well, Mr. Couples, you predicted incorrectly because your captain did not pick Cameron Young. So I do want to call that out. But I also think Lucas Glover should make honorable mention. I'm sorry. Lucas Glover
should make
honorable
mention.
I really thought he should have made this team. I know. I think that's just the heart and soul.
Yeah, that's
so
the heart and soul of you, bro.
Top 6 automatic qualifiers, then the captain gets to pick. So this is who Zach really had to pick from, Will, right here. He had Young, Morikawa, Keegan Bradley, Burns, Fowler, McCarthy, Thomas, and Glover. And he put the boys back together. You know what I'm saying? He put the JT in there with the Ricky and Jordan. Now you got SBK boys. They might as well bring Smiley Kaufman out here to be a vice captain. Make it a full homie team.
Just full Florida.
Round it out. I just need Tiger Woods on that team or around it, just to have the melanation levels, in golf form. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm with you on that, Lucas Glover. I mean,
I think he did a good.
He did a good
back-to-back weeks.
I mean, back-to-back weeks, but he also had, and he had back-to-back wins, but he also had back-to-back cuts too. So, but yeah, in your defense, he back-to-back wins. He's also had a T4, T6 in solo 5th in Rocket Mortgage, John Deere, and Barbasol. So, I mean, I don't not like that idea, but you just said it yourself, over a 2-year span.
I said that. I told you, you like to be emotional. You talk to Jeezy about how you get emotional, and that's kind of where my emotions are right now with Lucas Glover. I think this new wand that he's put in the bag has resurrected his career. I mean, he's got 2 wins to show for it. It took him a while to get.
I would say this: if Lucas Glover had to replace somebody, would you replace him with Sam Burns?
No, I like Sam Burns for this team.
No. Okay.
No, I like Sam Burns on this team. I mean, number one, Ryder Cup is a match play event. He won the match play. Like, I'm not saying that makes him the best match play player in the world, but I am saying he did already show his prowess in the style of event, and he's playing for America. So, I don't like that. And this is going to piss some people off. If anything, I would trade his ass for Colin Morikawa. If you really want to get frisky. And then look, I know he went to East Lake, had some good rounds, played some good golf. But you look at the body of work. He's been trying to overcome some putting stuff. It's starting to fall, work in Kyle's favor. I'm not saying I don't like Kyle Morikawa. What I am saying is, if I were to shuffle and switch some things up, I would damn sure have Lucas Glover over Colin Morikawa, and I probably would have taken Cam Young over Justin Thomas. That's just how I would have done this team. You know, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I damn sure would have had Brooks Koepka on this team, regardless. There was no way that Brooks is not going to Rome. If I'm the captain, I'm just
100%.
Well, if you captain,
that's not a bad assessment.
All right, look, Captain Lowry, who your pick's gonna be? Like, how would you?
I mean,
massage the names.
I mean, okay. I would definitely take, now that you point that out. You know, Colin had a solo second, solo third, and a T2 at Rocket Mortgage. So that's
other than that.
Yeah. What? Who do you know? You did a Dougie. You developed a relationship. Who do you know? How'd you get in? Great call. Dougie, I'm with that one. I never thought about that. And I think I was just going off the 5 PGA Tour wins that he has already.
2 majors.
So it's kind of made me think like, all right, well, maybe he should be there off of merit. But if you're going in who's hot, it don't get. I mean, I don't know if this is double negative. It don't get no hotter. I don't know if I'm
don't not it, get hotter. Okay,
try it again. It don't get Take no 2. hotter. You know what I'm trying to say.
No.
Yeah, I like that because Colin Morikawa could, he could just be chilling in Vegas because I think I'd rather have I would go back. I would replace Keegan with Justin Thomas.
Okay.
The 71st position in FedEx Cup, Justin Thomas. And I would take Colin out and put Lucas Glover. But I wonder, this is one thing I do wonder, Doug. Is it about I mean, I know it is, but I wonder, does the captain get pressure from making sure you have the names there too?
Oh no, you gotta have the names, right?
But
you gotta have the names and the stats.
But stat doesn't really matter because it's the names more important than the actual stats. Because we just proved it ourselves. We just proved it. We had 2 names that we brought up and that are more deserving to be picked, have a captain's pick.
Look, and you're right. Let me spin this though. I mean, Will, when we look at what JT has done, you talk about pressure. If he goes out and lays an egg, we talk about his record, man. 6-2-1 in Ryder Cups. That's a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
But if he goes out there and gets blusted and blasted after all the positivity talk and thankful and gracious, he's gonna lose fans. And he's gonna piss off a lot of people like me in America. I'm just saying.
I think that was false talk, Doug, if you ask me. I don't think he ever really had it. I mean, you gotta be positive. You gotta be positive. That's one thing about golf. You gotta be positive. You gotta words of affirmation. But I don't think he really had it. I think he's really lost in his game. Now, because he's so good, he can throw you a 65, 66 like he did was it? I can't remember where he did it at. Was it Travelers?
Everywhere he's done it. I mean,
everywhere
he gonna give you one.
He threw up a couple good numbers everywhere he didn't play before. So
that's right. He gonna give you one. But look, here's the thing. This is something that echoes with me, Will, and I know we're kind of going long and off topic, but I don't give a shit. When we go back to the Memorial Workday Pro-Am,
mm-hmm.
we were standing with Larry Fitzgerald and Andre Iguodala. And I don't know if you remember what Iggy said about Justin Thomas, but that has rang in my ears since Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And Iggy said, "Hey man, I don't know what's going on with JT, but he ain't got it." I'm paraphrasing. He ain't got it. I played with him in the. What do you say? I played with him in the Pro-Am, and he ain't have it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to throw shade and say that we talking shit, but a player knows a player, and Andre. Mm-hmm. Assessment that week and what JT do that week without missed cut.
He did, and that's why I say he didn't have it all. He didn't have it all year. And what makes me think in a week and a half, 2 weeks that he was off, he's going to find it for the Ryder Cup.
Let me tell you something. He better. No pressure, JT. But hey, that's just that's where I'm at, man. Look. I'm not a big President's Cup kind of person. I think they threw that in there for some ad revenue. That's just my thoughts. Take it or leave it. I don't care. But the Ryder Cup is different. for
Yeah,
me.
that's
The
different.
Ryder Cup is wave the banner, like throw the flags up. Let's get. Where's my red, white, and blue?
Dougie,
It's
are
my
we
4th
keeping
of
Ricky
July
Fowler?
golf. I'm keeping Ricky Fowler.
What?
I'm keeping Ricky Fowler.
Okay, I gotta go back to him. You keep Ricky over. You want to change Keegan for Ricky? If we're talking about
No. I would
if we're
never
talking
take
about,
Keegan
hold
over Ricky.
on.
Never take Keegan over Ricky.
Hold on, Dougie. Hold on, Dougie.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
If we're talking about quote unquote comeback players, you mean tell me that you wouldn't take Keegan over Ricky?
Hold on,
you
wait.
Just caught up in the name too. You just like everybody else.
Whoa. You're gonna sit here and
you
you talking about comeback stories, and you're not gonna give Ricky the just due for the entire season that he just played? Seriously?
I mean, he had one win, Rocket Mortgage, top 5 in U.S. Open. If we compare that to,
dude, Ricky missed two cuts. Will, he missed 2 cuts? He missed a cut at the PGA Championship and somewhere else that no one cares about. He missed a cut at the PGA. Look, Ricky Fowler played 23 events this season on the PGA Tour, made 21 cuts. He won the Rocket, 2nd at Zozo, 5th at the U.S. Open. And then you go to the top 10 at the Memorial. I mean, what more does Ricky Fowler have to do? It's basically, I'll give you this one. Ricky's worst finish was at the St. Jude, tie 58. The guy's almost 70% in greens and reg. Like, you cannot sleep on Richard Fowler here. Like, body of work is just all around, all world. And then you compare that to Keegan. Okay, won the Travelers, won the Zozo. I get it. Travelers was an elevated event.
One Travelers, Travelers was Zozo, and also top 10 at API. Where did Ricky finish at API? That's a strong field.
And I love you, but you got to also remember Keegan became runner-up to Max Homa at the Farmers. I'm on your team. Like, here, when we look at Keegan's season body of work, Will, like, he missed 5 cuts, and they've been sprinkled. He also missed the cut at the Open Championship. He missed the cut at the U.S. Open. He missed the cut at the Players Championship. He missed the cut at the Genesis Invitational. I mean, went 1 for 4 cuts in majors, and you're telling me that he's doing a better job than Ricky Fowler this season. The numbers aren't supporting it. Where Keegan Bradley, for the year, in my opinion, and I'm going to give it back to you, I promise, the thing that's on his side is the fact that he makes 4.5 birdies a round. That's a stat that you want to have in Rome. 13th, and I'll give you that.
13th on tour in making birdies in birdie average.
I'm not taking that from you. I'm not taking
that. You don't think that would serve the U.S. well when it comes to the Ryder Cup in the final rounds?
Now,
I think it's a name, Doug. You're just on a name. You're just like everybody else.
I'm not on a name, man. I rock with Ricky. Look, let me ask you this question: would you rather, golf aside, take golf out of it, would you rather have Keegan Bradley in the team room, or would you rather have Ricky Fowler in the team room?
I don't know, because Ricky's a facade to me. Because that I don't know. Meaning, the orange Ricky is not the same. It's not the same. The personality doesn't match. I think you would have Keegan in there because Keegan, great friends with Jordan. He know how to joust. He know how
What the hell does Jordan friendship have to do with the price of tea in China?
Because Jordan friendship, Jordan's going to be there. 1, he's going to be there. Of course,
fair.
All right. 2, the fact that he's coming from a space of where he know how to uplift team. You don't think he got any leadership opportunity, leadership pointers from Jordan? He's going to lift up his team. Ricky Fowler.
Do you think Jordan just sprinkled all this on to Keegan Bradley?
Hell yeah! If Jordan kicking his ass every week, yes, I believe so. I think in the team locker room, Keegan Bradley would be a better fit for the team locker room.
I could not disagree with you more. All right now, if I said, "Hey, we about to go get some drinks," you taking Keegan Bradley over Ricky Fowler? I'm just talking about going out to eat, dinner, drinks. You taking Keegan over Ricky?
Because I want
over Ricky Fowler.
Because I want to know St. John's stories. That's the college he attended.
You want to talk about Jordan shit? Don't do that.
Yes, I do.
You don't think Ricky got the same amount of Jordan stories as Keegan does, and they played the Grove? Both of them do.
No. Ricky has Puma stories, and I don't want to know anything about Puma right now.
I'm talking about Michael Jordan stories, not the shoe story.
Oh.
All right, man. As y'all can see, man, we passionate about this Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
Hey, it's coming.
Called Shoestrings of Bubblegum this episode on Beyond the Fairway, as we on our 49th minute trying to get through.
You know what, man? Look, I had a whole plan for this episode, and I had,
it never goes according to plan. I got notes all right here, and
man,
I have not said one note.
Look, this is all I have to come in. Hey, look, Will, this is it. This is all I had to come into this episode today.
That's all for this kind of episode, and I can't even damn get one note out.
First of all, wow. Because I harken back to season 1 where it was. Let me imitate Will coming into the podcast. For those listening, I'm leaving the screen. I'm gonna come back. Look, this is Will. Hey man, you gonna have to. I'm gonna just follow your lead, man. I didn't have time to read nothing. I didn't have you. I'm gonna just follow you. Okay, I'm gonna just. All right, cool. Go read. Will, I am proud to see the growth of a man right here, man. I get to watch you grow up. Feel like a proud ass uncle.
Hilarious.
Right? And what people don't know is what you just showed me on the wall was there from 3 episodes ago. Don't stun on me, N-word.
Actually, it was there for 3 seasons ago. So.
Oh man. Anyway, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Hey, this is gonna be it's gonna be an interesting time of the year, man. I mean, we go into basically nothingness, and then you kind of come back with the Hero World Challenge, etc. tournaments. So, Golf Channel should probably let us host like Golf Central, Morning Drive.
I think
not
so.
Morning Drive. I said Morning Drive. Let us host Morning Drive. That didn't even exist. That's fine. That's fine.
Exactly.
Let us
shout out to Gary William G-Dub.
Hey, look, here you go. How about this, Will? Earlier this year, you and I were part of history, right? We did an all-black broadcast of the APGA.
That was dope, man. That was so dope.
But here's the thing. We made history as an all-black broadcast. A lot of people think that was on Golf Channel. It was actually produced by PJ Tour Live. Put that out there. Just saying. Why wouldn't Golf Channel allow, for first time ever in history, an all-black Golf Today show? Me, you, Damon Hack. Why don't we make more history? Like, why? I'm not even trying to make it a race thing. But if that's my angle in, that's fine. Let us make more history, Golf Channel, NBC Sports. You gave us the pod.
Do you think? But let me ask you a question. And I'm not saying this as pertaining to NBC. I'm just saying just as big companies as a whole. Do you think the peel back of affirmative action? Do you think that may play a role in organizations really believing that there is racism out there, or still out there? Like, you think that would shift some of the organizational goals that they once had when it comes to making a diverse workforce within their organization?
I'll say this, and I'm going to use some of your language. When we all started this media stuff back in kind of 2020, 2021, you always had this concept, Will, of borrowed time. Are we on borrowed time? How long is this going to last? I remember, and it used to annoy me. I'm like, no, brother, it's here to stay. I feel like Dave Chappelle. But what I've seen lately is alarming, especially via the affirmative action. Affirmative action doesn't say you got to hire people of color. Affirmative action says they have to be considered. So that's what it actually says. You have to be considered. You don't have to hire them, but you got to at least like interview a couple, like just to hear them out.
Right. But the sad part is, but people who come from historical marginalized, people who have been historically marginalized, that talent pool is going to decrease so much, especially from those.
It is. And I agree. But to finish my thought.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think if you look at states like Florida and Texas already, they've taken it a step farther. They're saying that having DE and I as an effort is racist.
Right.
We shouldn't. So, and if you look at some of the organizations, and I don't have the stats on this, they're actually peeling back or defunding, if you will, their DE&I efforts. So like those folks, even in the golf space, that position, that DE&I position, now is under fire from being illegal or making people feel.
But it's also going to put a test to a lot of these organizations. Do they really believe in having true diversity within their leadership? Do they really?
We might not even be allowed to say diversity here soon.
Right. So you got to come up with different ways. You got to come up with different ways for those organizations that really believe in diversity. They had to come up with unique ways to still carry out their mission in the framework of their organization.
Yeah. No, I
so
get it.
That's just kind of where like I just like where I mean, and I'm thinking back from the college, like how are they going to recruit now? But maybe it's a good thing. Maybe a lot of these organizations go straight to HBCUs to start recruiting. Maybe go to, tribal organizations to start recruiting talent now. So it just makes me wonder, like, when as we move forward in this game, that we have a lot of organizations and people that want to be attached to us and what we're doing, and it makes you wonder, like, do they still firmly believe that diversity in front of the camera, behind the camera, in the boardroom can really add value to across the bottom line?
That's a fact. You can't argue that having a more diverse workforce makes the company better, or diversity of thought, diversity of people. You can't argue against.
I mean, it's a fact, but it still can be ignored.
Oh, it can be ignored. I'm not saying that at all. It's a fact. It's as prevalent as air. Like the fact that having a diverse workforce emboldens your products and companies and attitudes. I don't know. I've struggled with that one, Will. I've also struggled, since we're gonna go here for the next 6 minutes. I've struggled with how we black people haven't been more outraged with some of the stuff that is going on in Florida, which leads me to believe that I really don't. It leads me to believe that what I'm seeing and reading in the media isn't true or as true, because on paper, I don't want to spend no time in Florida. From what I'm reading and seeing.
Florida's scary.
But in the same regard, ain't nobody in Florida actually like.
Right. Nobody's
really saying nothing
moving.
Like crazy. So it's like
I don't see like
I'm over
here.
I'm looking at Florida like this right now. Like, what's going on? What y'all got over there? What y'all cooking over there? So we'll see how that plays out. But I also think that these kind of conversations that are awkward, and probably some people clicked and turned it off by now. It's fine. I don't care. We got to listen anyway for you listen to the earlier part of the show. So thank you.
to all my friends be like, I like your show, but when y'all start talking about black and white, man, it just
who's that? Patrick Newcomb. Patrick Newcomb told me that. Yeah, he did say that. Patrick
Newcomb,
you
guys, man. When y'all talking about black and white, man, it just gets a little weird.
He said race stuff. When y'all get on that race stuff, I just, I'm sorry. I wake up in the morning and see a black man in the mirror. It must be awesome to wake up, be white, look in the mirror, and just see a person. Like that's got to be a good ass feeling.
And then you be wanting to tell stories, man, that you experienced. Like, how we've been all across the country and we met, a kid and his son. Big races and little prejudice. How they just be walking around, just holding hands. You just know they don't like us, Doug. They don't like us. So that's just how it is.
That will never not be funny. That'll never not. Big racist. What's up, baby?
Big racist, little prejudice. What's up, cuz?
Little prejudice. What's up, man? It's funny. Like the birth of that joke, the way that. So Will and I were in Shoal Creek, and we were in the members area, and we were having lunch, and it was an unimpeded lunch. It was great. We were having a good time. But there's something very stereotypically jarring and I don't know. It feels very civil rightsy when you just hear that big old thick Alabama accent. And there's this gentleman, fine gentleman, nice guy, cool as hell to us, but he was sitting at a table with two gentlemen. And what'd he say? Hey, Sharon, can we get these fine gentlemen some cups or some shit? I will never forget that woman's name for that. Hey, Sharon, can we get these fine gentlemen a couple cups of coffee over here? And it, like the sound of the twang We jumped.
I remember that. Yeah.
We jumped. And anyway, this is
and think about it. And let's
Kobe's
the guy was super nice. He was super nice. It just the accent threw us off a little bit. So
the accent and the location and the historical.
It was a lot of connecting dots that kind of threw this.
Yeah. Hey Sharon. Hey Sharon. Sorry, it just feels good to say. All right. Well, it's now 7:00 in the morning. Yes. I have given you an hour of this day. You owe my wife an apology because my son was up with me this morning. So that 5:30 wake up call, that's on you. I'm gonna need you to text her.
I'll take the.
Actually, it's on American Airlines. American, do better.
But
anyway,
that's probably why everybody needs to maybe consider United. United also sponsor.
Here you go.
The Underrated Golf Tour.
I'm glad you worked that the other way now. It went American to United instead of United to him. Anyway, holla at y'all, man. Beyond the Fairway. I'm about this thing, and I don't know, Luke Donald, who you gonna roll with? I don't know. Man. Looking forward to seeing.
I'm gonna see if I can get a quote from LD. I had a pleasure playing with Luke at Ohoopee this past winter. So see if I can get a quote from him. So
maybe you can get a Ohoopee from him or something. An onion.
I got to talk to Ohoopee. Let me tell you about Ohoopee real quick. I'm tripping real quick before I go.
I thought we were leaving.
Okay.
We
can make that the next one. We can make it the next one.
All right. We'll get the Will's Ohoopee story later. Hey yo, this will be out in like 2 hours, man. Enjoy it. Beyond the Fairway, Will Lowry, Dougie Fresco, Kobe Powell. We up out of here. Appreciate y'all.